All right, Dad, there's been a few questions about our work in the Warner Amazon expedition down in Peru. We need some clarity. In a few minutes, can you clarify what have we found and where is it and what do we need to do next?
Well, I think we have, through Google, is it Google Earth? We have got a photograph, the one that really initiated our exploits down there, was of this image of a giant snake at the confluence. And what we have to understand about that image is that we've come to understand that Google puts their own colours on their images. For example, we know that there's no the only water down in the Amazon is brown water. There is no blue. They put the blue on the Google images for our understanding, so we know it's water, but it's really not that colour at all. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try and get an image of that snake without the overlay on it.
Can you point it out?
Yeah, there, right there. If we can get that image without the whoever's done the overlay on it has put it in white. I'd like to get it without that on it at all.
So you're going to request the raw photographic data and see if we can get it without the layering.
That's right, yeah.
What do you hope to prove by doing that?
Well, it'll give us that there is not decisive. I believe that is an image of a snake, but there's people that would argue the point. What I have found, can we have that other one up of the forest? And I'll show you something.
Is this one of the satellite photographs you
Satellite
commissioned?
photograph, yeah. Not that one, the other one. Right, now, most people looking at that image there would think that there's a river running through that forest. But there is no white water in the Amazon. The Amazon only has heavily laden water with silt. It's brown, it's not white. That image was taken on an island. There couldn't have been any white water there. I believe that what you're looking at is the shed skin of a huge snake as it went through the forest. And if you could turn the other picture to show the kind of rivers that they have in the Amazon, they're certainly not ones that would generate white water. Now here's the type of rivers that they have. They're all slow and meandering. They're dark. They're some black, so brown, but they're never white. There's no white water in the Amazon that I've ever heard of. So that image back there, what was, I think, the shed skin of a huge snake, and I believe it's Sachamama that's on that island. And if you go back to the Google one again,
it stacks up with our theory about the channels. You're looking at a channel through the jungle, one of many we saw and recorded.
Yeah, not as wide as before, because I think that snake deliberately went through that forest to actually grab, so the trees would grab its skin as it went through. But can you go back to the Google one again? That image on the Google, if I can get a good clear image of that, that is, I believe, a Sachamama, and I don't think it goes very far from the position it's in. It'll stay in that general area, and I think that I could commission more satellite pictures to be taken, and we could probably catch it on camera.
Where is this location?
That's at the Napo and the Amazon confluence.
And people can go to
yeah, but do we have
to
the
Google Earth and
of that?
find it themselves. It's on our website, www.bigsnakes.net.
Right, so you get the coordinates of that and go to that and find it. There's definitely going to be more information that we're going to be able to achieve by going down there, but we may be able to get an awful lot by satellite photography. That's the way I understand it.
Well, we got some news today from one of the professors looking at our photographic evidence, and you know, we actually took shots 315 and 317 of the expedition. So tell us a bit about that.
Well, as you know, my eyesight isn't the best, so I can't really speak too much on that. I could only make clear the channels that were in there. It's you that actually could see them better than me, and our guide, Jose. But
well, we've had two professors, and they've spent weeks analysing it. Well, one spent more than the other. The second professor from Queen's has just begun his work, but his first response to looking at 315 from the expedition was that looked reptilian, giant croc or giant snake, or caiman, as he said.
My concern is you've got an image, a white image of a snake there. We're looking for the black boa. That image there has been touched up by the artists, and it has to be. We got to get a clear image of that, and it'll give us clarity to really can say decisively that that is an image of a huge snake. We believe it is.
It was image 315 and 317 from the expedition of the giant snake that has caused much debate and excitement around the world from that location.
Well, I think, what I do think is, I think this is a sort of congregating, an area where they congregate. That this is quite common with anacondas. They congregate in certain areas, and there may be they say the king of the hill, or maybe the queen of the hill there, the one that's the largest, the biggest one. And I believe a lot, they're cannibalistic. And a lot of them get their food by eating the smaller ones. Whether that one that you've got on that you take a shot of, I don't believe that one that you took a shot of is that one there. That one.
No.
And besides that, there's something else you should know. That image was not taken. That image was taken a few years ago. It wasn't taken recently. So that creature could actually be immobile at the moment. You know, but the interesting thing that on that 73, on that picture, the snake skin there, that was taken in April 2007. That one of the skin sheds. So we know that there's a huge snake moving about 2 years ago at that confluence. Because that was taken in 2007, April.
And this scale reference, it runs from here to here, it says 200 feet. I don't know if people seeing this on camera can spot that, but that would make the channel there in the region of 400 or 500 feet long.
Snake skin can stretch, so we have to understand that. The snake skin can stretch.
Of course.
But whatever the case may be, if it's 200 feet or whatever, that snake, there's a huge snake down in at that confluence, because there is definitely no white water at that confluence, and to find white water in the Amazon is almost an impossibility. Okay.
What about Maranacacha? What we do next? What do we have to do?
Well,
we now have specific locations of two of them that we know about.
Yeah, that's the question, you see. We know that there's a snake at Maranacacha, not as big as that one now, but probably in the region of 130 feet. So big that it could move an island, a floating island. It is powerful enough to do that, so it must be of some size. Now, we have a witness. What was her name?
Dolores Shuna?
Yeah, Dolores Shuna saw it. We have elders down there, Indian tribesmen, that believe it exists. Quite frankly, I don't know why they still live around there. when they know that thing's in there.
I think it's important to say that all this eyewitness account, which we had all verified ourselves down there within a couple of weeks of this happening, is all in our expedition report on the website, www.bigsnakes.net. It can be downloaded.
Yeah. Well, that island apparently has moved a couple of times when they were dynamiting. So obviously there's something moved that island about. We think it's a big snake.
Okay, more to come later. Thanks, Mike.